Rush Limbaugh's microphone. Origin. Rush Hudson Limbaugh, born January 12, 1951, is a conservative American radio talk show host and political commentator. Since he was 16, Limbaugh has worked a series of disc jockey jobs. His talk show began in 1984 at Sacramento radio station KFBK, featuring his ongoing format of political commentary and listener calls. In 1988, Limbaugh began broadcasting his show nationally from radio station WABC in New York City. He currently lives in Palm Beach, Florida, from where he broadcasts The Rush Limbaugh Show, the highest-rated talk radio program in the United States. Talkers magazine in 2012 lists Limbaugh as the most listened-to talk show host with a weekly audience of 15 million. Effects. Allows the user to be able to hold anyone's attention if they speak through the mic. If the user wants to, they can instill fear by raising their voice and preying on existing paranoia, which in turn will cause the listeners to lash out in fits of violence. The microphone also seems to amplify the user's voice, and when a person is in close proximity to the microphone, they're imbued with a sudden desire to use it. The desire intensifies the longer the individual remains in proximity. Collection. Mr. Stahl and Steve were sent to a small town in Maine to take care of what seemed to be a sudden burst of paranoia and fear that happened overnight. When they arrived, they were treated very badly by the townsfolk, and after digging around, they found out that last night the gathering of local people went well, but for some reason the places that held visitors or cottage folks were suddenly attacked and property was damaged. So after checking out those who talked and gave some speeches the night before, they came across a local who was the radio host of the town and was considered to be kind of a dick, as he always talked about how the place didn't need tourists and all that. It was during a visit to the man's home that Steve, realizing the guy was lying, spotted the mic, but they couldn't grab it right there, so they had to leave it until the man left the house. But that evening, Steve and Mr. Stahl were suddenly attacked by the locals as the radio host was using the mic to get those nearby to drive them away, as he had realized they were going to take the mic away. Luckily, Mr. Stahl and Steve had already done some research about the mic and its ability and history. They found out that Limbaugh had lost the mic before due to a B&E, and they managed to keep the radio host from affecting them with the mic by wearing noise-canceling headphones. After defending themselves from the locals, they took the mic away and the radio host lost his job due to his popularity being really bad even before he found the mic. Due to Limbaugh's recent passing, there have been many replica versions of the microphone made available to the public, although none have the special ability and buffs granted to those who wield the original. I have been lucky enough to come into possession of one of these replica microphones, and although it is non-functional, it still nonetheless holds a deep, dark spot in my heart. Honestly, good riddance, I say. Good riddance indeed.